Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna back up really quick and just leave the phone here for 1 minute. Okay, so I was having a little fun with the straw. So I had the straw in here because I was just kind of taking a fun picture with the straw in here, but then I go, oh, what if I haven't really done that before. What if I add the pour that way? And I was really liking how that worked out for me. So I thought, well, I'll share that with you guys. And I really like how it looks. So I'm just sticking it in there. And then kind of going over. And it looks really good. After I do this and finish this rock right now, I will pour this baby over here. I got a lot of stuff, but it really is cool because doing it this way, just because it gives the cool look to it, but it's also cool because I'm not using as much paint because I'm going over the areas little by little so that I don't, use too much and it just pours right off. So this is cool. And this consistency I'm using tonight is a bit thin, so I'm just using the straw and just kind of letting go. I don't really do it this way, but I thought, oh, this would be cool, to do a little something different. So I like the way that looks. Okay, if you have any questions, please shoot some questions. I don't mind. It's about 10:30 here in California, but usually when I do lives in this group, it's usually pretty late. This feels pretty heavy, like I'm going to be able to get, whoa, almost lost it there. Be able to do 2 rocks. So let me grab one more, just in case we're going to get 2. And on this, because the consistency, like I usually do a little bit thicker, so this can be very thin. So I'm gonna try to see if I can keep it on here without it all falling off really quick. And this looks really cool. I'm just gonna kind of let it do its thing while you guys are watching here. And I don't really do any specific consistency. It's just depending on what I'm pouring on sometimes, or depending on, like tonight I was very low on, like I'll pre-mix all my colors, but I was very low on a lot of them, so I just added a little tiny bit of water in there. And then I did add white in here, even though you can't see white in here. I put a good amount throughout the pour. But it does help to, I feel like it helps to keep the colors from running in. This is the best white, just because this is the one I always really like to use. And I do love some Deco Art products, so this is my go-to white. And then I do use Floetrol for my medium, but just a teeny little bit of, just a tiny bit of this will really enhance the pour. If you want to know how I mix, just search mixing in the group, and it will bring up a mixing tutorial. Because I just do it pretty randomly, so I always just try to tell you that, it just gets fun that way. And this cup feels really good. Like I'm pretty sure I have enough for this next one. This one was done by the straw. If I have anything left, I'll do one more with the straw, but I just kind of stuck it in there, closed it off, and then just kind of drizzle it over. So that was kind of cool. I like the way that looks there. This one is the Precious. Came out really gorgeous. And the reason I say mine are like jewels is because I always use tons of metallics. And the shimmer you see in there, I think we talked about this recently within the group, but the shimmer you see is some of this dragonfly glaze. it's kind of pricey. I actually don't use it as glaze. I actually mix it into the pour cup because, and I'll put some in here just to show you, but the consistency looks a bit like, I don't know, it just, for me, it looks like a medium. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit in here. I don't usually do it this way. Usually I mix it with one color, but just thought I'd put it in there and then we'll check it out and see how it looks. But I can't explain it. I mean, I do have metallic in here, but this dragonfly glaze, even though it's supposed to be on the top, I add it to my pour cup. It really enhances it. That's why you see a lot of this extra super like hologram like shine in here. Part of it is because there is a lot of metallics, but part of it's coming from the glaze that I'm using. So just so you know, stuff's pretty good, but I don't use it the way they say to use it. I tend to do things differently. I hate following the rules. It gets really boring that way. Okay, so now we'll give this a go. Okay, so little FYI on cups. So the pour will look different depending on how tall the cup is, where it pours from. All these things are factors on how the colors blend together. So if you think your colors blend too quickly, you can always do a smaller cup so that they don't give it time to blend, because the more it kind of has to drag down, it does blend more. I put a lot of, well, not a lot, but I put white in between the layers a little bit, and that tends to keep things from, meshing together. And to be honest, I always use at least 5 to 7 colors, and that's just me. That's just how I like it. Less colors is okay too, but I just tend to do that. Look how gorgeous this paint is. Okay, it's been about a week since I poured, so I'm just a little excited to pour today, so I wanted to share. I tend to love going in a circular motion just because I like to zone out and watch it go. It's really pretty. I do know that this end right here isn't going to cover well, so I'm just going to go over that. And I like the way that purple color looks on that side. And see how you can see, and you can see this really well, I believe, hoping. And you can see the extra shimmery part on there. Like I said, most of it's because of the metallics, but part of it's because I used that dragonfly glaze, but I didn't use it on top. I used it mixed in the pour. It looks really cool. I like the way that looks. Okay, my cup is still quite heavy, so let's see. Which rock should I get? I do have this lovely wishing rock. I actually like pouring over these because I give them, and so it'll be no one will know they have it because you really can't see this after I pour over it, but hoping that it brings someone extra wishes and, just positivity. I don't want to hoard all these wishing rocks because I do get a good amount of them. So this one I will pour, and even though I've poured all these and I've had a similar colors, what's awesome about pouring is every pour is different, and it is so cool. Oh, Kimberly is sweet on here. She said I clear coat that wishing stone. I would, but I honestly, I can go probably look around a bunch of rooms, and I have tons of these ones. So maybe I'll pour it, and then whoever's watching, maybe I'll be able to send someone one. Like maybe Terry, remind me. You are deserving of this wishing rock. But I still am going to pour it, but it's still going to mean just as much because you'll know that it's a wishing rock. You know what I mean? So, same thing. It's going to be just as special. But Terry, do remind me because I will forget. And as much as I tell people I'd love to send them, I have so many people that request them. I get overwhelmed and I don't send any not on purpose, but because I spent all my money on paint and not on postage. So until I figure out a way to establish postage and without there being a payment for the rock, I'm not too sure on how that's gonna go. Okay, I have one more rock to pour. This is my daughter. Show you just the top part of her. Oh, she's like, no, she's not having it. That's Angelina. You don't see much of her. You see more of Savannah. She's a teenager. Okay. This one's going to be circular too. I just want to keep going because I just want to zone out on here, but I'm not liking, this is what happens sometimes. I'm not liking that sometimes cells come out and I don't want them. Because I don't. When it's a jewel, you don't want that to show. And just because I have extra paint, I'm just going to keep going because I'm not happy with the way it looks. I want it to look really awesome. So let me keep going and see what happens. I'm liking this. This is really gorgeous. I did get this cell that popped over here, but it looks pretty cool actually. I like the way the colors inside of it look kind of neat there. And I really like the way this looks right here on this end. And it shimmers so pretty. Bear in mind that if you use Floetrol and you don't strain it, you will get little spots like that. I'm trying to see if I have a little. Oh, here we go. Always keep spaghetti sticks near. Okay, so again, I have, see, I don't know, there you go. Just like a little chunk in here. Sometimes Floetrol's a little culprit on that. Look, that one little spot that was tiny got bigger. But it looks pretty cool up there. I like that. Let's see if I can make that into a heart. Let's see. I can make it a heart. There. How cute is a little heart? Okay, well, let's just hope it stays. We'll see. That looks lovely. Okay, guys. I'm like, I have like a teeny tiny bit more. Shall I pour one more? Let's look and see what I missed over here. I missed the end of this one, but not to worry because the underflow is lovely, and I'm gonna finish that off. This one is really gorgeous. Okay, Terry, I'll keep an eye on that heart. If it doesn't form nicely, I'll see what I can do on that. It's turning into a butt. What the fudge? Shouldn't, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on that one. It's kind of cool though, the way it looks on this one side right here. As much as everybody loves cells on my jewels, I don't like cells on my jewels. That's just me. I don't know. I know you guys are crazy about cells, but I've been doing this for 2 years, and now I know how to make them like all the time if I want to. And my preference is jewels, to make jewels. I see another spot in here. Let me see. I don't know if you guys see this or not. This is very important to look at because this happens with this little chunk again. Another little piece. You really don't see it until you're watching, but it made a cool design on there. Not happy about that. Looks pretty cool. Okay. That one. And then Terry said something like the cells sometimes make the rock look too busy. I agree. I mean, there's a couple people that are like they do some awesome pours with cells in there. but I'm just getting so used to just seeing the shimmer of it, and that's the fun part. Okay, let's see if I see another chunk in here on this one. No, that didn't seem like a chunk on there. Okay, sorry, I was zoning out on you guys. I apologize. It's been a while since I've done a live. I think this one, I try to figure out how it sits well, and that's kind of how I want to pour it, but I like the way the roundness of this is. This one, I feel like this one, I don't want to mess this other one. Do watch, if you haven't poured or you're just starting, do watch how closely you put your rocks together, because sometimes they're too close and you end up getting a knuckle in there, or you just want to be careful. You just want to protect your rocks, because once they look like really pretty like these, you just don't want to mess them up. But don't think that I don't get fingers on them, because I do a lot. I still do. Okay, let's finish this off. And I'm just going to go kind of quickly here on this one. Work my way to the top. Just want to kind of keep going out. I'm liking the way that looks on there. Okay. Wow. Okay, that looks crazy cool. Okay, I gotta put the phone down just 1 second. Please bear with me. Sorry guys, I had to put the phone down. I think I almost burnt my cookies. Okay, these aren't chocolate. These aren't chocolate chip cookies. They're chocolate cookies. So, I don't think I burned them, but it was starting to smell, so I had to put the phone down. Okay, so go through each one now that they've kind of sat and they're poured over. That's kind of how they're gonna look. Oh my gosh, Carlisle said she hadn't poured in 2 weeks. Terry, I have not poured in almost a week, and I was like almost getting sad about it, because all I've been doing is sealing these rocks, which they're great and all, and sealing is okay, but sealing is not as fun as pouring. Just so you guys know, this part is more fun. So now that I know it's gonna look like that, I'm pretty happy with that one. This is the one, and if you missed it, at the very beginning of this, I used the straw and then just kind of stuck the straw in here, closed my finger, and then just drizzled it over. I really like the way that one came out. It looks really cool. This one I just poured, but I really like the way the shimmer is in certain spots, and I'm sure when it dries and I move the rock around, it's gonna look really cool. And this one though, this one's awesome. I really like the way the white, because the white was at the bottom of the cup, so I really like the way that white came out. And it's hard to tell because just the lighting in here, but this got some really nice shimmer, but it's also darker green than how I'm seeing it in the camera. It looks really cool. And then this one, and let me see, I'm not going to try to mess with it and make it look crazy, but I do want to try to make the heart in there. Let me see what I can do here. It almost looks like a bird or something. Okay, so I'm actually not happy with that, just because I'm not happy And even though I have just a tiny bit left in my cup, I'm going to go over this corner right here because I'm just not, that looks like it's starting to look weird and I'm not like having it. So do know that you can still go over certain spots. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to look perfect, but it's all about just seeing what works. I'm going to check it out. And if, oh, that looks pretty cool actually. Hold on, let me get this other corner because I need to make it look, I like to make everything look a little bit equal. Just want to make sure I hit that whole side right there because I want it to go all the way down. Okay. And you don't have to wait to pour over stuff. You could do it right after you're not happy, and I'm happy with that. Kind of looks pretty cool, like wait, trips right there. So Terry, remind me, all right? I don't want to forget. I'll send you that baby. And it'll be a special wishing rock just for you, so. Lovely. Terry, you're my red, white, and blue girl, because like the ones you did, you just always do amazing ones. And I don't know how you do it too, because those colors really always mesh. So, yeah, I'm really happy with the way this looks. I'm just saying, if I would have left the butt there, it would have just, it would have just killed it. I wouldn't have liked it. But I do like all the colors in there. And this cell, it's not my favorite, but it looks okay. Okay, I'm gonna show you something because I just did it when I was doing it right now, just so you know this happens. Yeah. Yep. It happens. So now I just want to put my finger in there and just see what I could do, just because I've already messed that one part up. Let's see if I can make some little designs on there. See, didn't mess it up. Just gotta always just keep messing with it. But isn't that a pretty paint? Hopefully it comes off and I don't have it on my hand when I go to work tomorrow, because that happens. And I don't know if you guys know, but sometimes when people know you paint and then they point it out, it is the funniest thing when people tell me, oh, you got paint right there. I mean, I will just start laughing because it's so fun. Okay, I gotta go, guys, but this has been fun. I will definitely try to do more lives, but I've been doing a lot of stuff on Instagram, not like teaching stuff, but just I like the way the pours upload there. So if you ever want to see my collection, like I share a lot here because this is I admin this group, but if you ever want to see my collection, I try to do it in order of sequence of as I do stuff, and that's on Poured Positivity Rocks on Instagram. That's where I have all of my stuff. Terry later. Okay, so I'm about to peace out over here. It's 10:44 in the PM. So oh, that looks really cool on that side view. And then this one piece, I'm gonna like I have pour underneath, so I'm gonna make sure I cover that one area, but we're good. And it looks really cool on top. From the side view. And this looks really cool from the side right there. I almost thought I messed it up sticking my knuckle in there, but now I think I see a bird or something with feathers, and I don't know. I'll start seeing some weird stuff if I look too long, but like that right there looks like a oh darnicles. Stuck the knuckle in there again. Okay, this one won't be as easy. You know what I'm gonna do? Try to grab the pour stuff underneath so that I could do a little. It's all good. It is all good. Fingers happen. Okay, I'm gonna lay off right now because I gotta go and I don't want to stick another finger in there. So That's it. And that just makes it all the more special because it actually got not only a pore, but it got a finger. You know what I mean? All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm tired. I'm gonna go lay on the couch and chill. I'm just joking. I'm probably gonna do at least 10 more transfers. All right, guys, gotta go. Bye bye.